What's up? What is up, everybody? Happy New Year. Whew. We made it, y'all. We are made it. Y'all know I like to wait a little bit before I jump in because I don't want y'all to miss anything. Nothing. I like to wait until Instagram does this thing, goes and tells everybody I'm on live. Hey, what's going on? Happy 2021 to you. What is going on? Rep yourself. What's your business? What's your name? So I got some good stuff in store today. Just some things on helping y'all how to get focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been so much noise. Just period. So I just want to give y'all some tips on how to stay focused through all the noise and through through life. But talk to me. Tell me what you guys are looking to do in the new year. Hey, Mama Michelle. Hey, Boo. What is going on? Hey, Sensational Cakes and Things by Sue. What's going on? I just wanted to jump on here. I like to wait until IG goes and tells people I'm live, but I just wanted to a lot of y'all, need to stay focused. Like, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on, period. And it's hard sometimes for us to stay focused on our goals. And like we set out, especially this time of the year, everybody sets out like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is the year. And then life starts to happen in a year. And, your motivation may not go down, but your action may go down with, your goals, like what you are trying to accomplish may go down. What's going on, y'all? Hey, sweet sugary Jacob, Tours. What's going on? So I just wanted to share with you some tips on how I consistently stay focused and just kind of dive into a little bit about manifestation, y'all. Last year, I have tapped into the world of manifesting, and let me tell you, it's totally changed my life. So I'm going to share some of the little things that I do on a daily basis with manifesting also. But first and foremost, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you queens out there, all of y'all boss babes out there. It's your time. Let's do it. Let's go. And thank you to everybody that hopped on my last New Year's Eve live with me. That night was purely magical. I mean, truly magical. The fact that you spent your last few hours of the year with me and I had a wonderful time. So if you were on there, let me know and let me know how it's changed things for you going forward. But all right, so guys, let's get on task here because I got my notes because I can go far left. I can go left all the time. I can get unfocused trying to keep y'all focused, right? So the first thing that I do, and it has nothing to do with the beginning of a year or anything like that, is just daily. So, sometimes we get into this thing about, okay, it's a new year, it's a new month, and then we get into like a trending a fad, like, oh, I'm gonna start this diet and then I'm just gonna crash diet, or I'm gonna start this, this is the year that I'm gonna start my business, and you start going hard and then boop, you go down, right? So here are some tips on how to stay focused every day, every week, every month, throughout the year, daily, until you make it to your goal, right? So one of the things y'all know, if y'all seen any of my lives, been on any of my trainings, I'm all about writing things down because that's just me. I'm a visual person and I got to see it. So I'm all about writing things down. So first, get a list together, right? And write down to the day what your daily habits are. So either take a day and write down from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep and write down exactly what you do in that day. Or if you want to get like an overview of your whole entire week, put in that extra work and do the overview on a whole entire week, right? So from the time you wake up, what time do you wake up? What do you do when you wake up? If you work, you're at work, that's a big chunk of your day. But if you're, when you come home, what do you do when you come home? I know you guys have orders and things like that, but what do you do in between? How do you get prepared? So once you write that down, then you want to see, all right, cross off the tasks that you're doing on a daily basis. That's not, I mean, you have to eat and stuff, like you have to sleep, stay alive, but that's not conducive to your end goal, right? So take off anything and everything, the fluff out of your life, out of your daily ritual, out of your daily routine that is not conducive, that is not getting you to your end goal, whether it's you want to start a business, or whether it's you want to lose weight, or whether it's you want to become a better parent, or whatever your goal is. Take out of the day, out of your task, what you're doing, and dismiss it like you're done, right? And then get ready to get uncomfortable, because you're going to start to learn how to say no, right? Because a lot of us start to say yes to things in life that we really don't want to say yes to. So like, for instance, if your whole goal is to get a bakery, right? And on the weekend, that's the time that you're not working. So that's time to go full throttle on working towards your goals in your business. And your mom calls. I'm like, hey, can we go here? Or can you take me here? Or can you come over and hang out? I want to watch a movie. Or can I come over and cook dinner? I want to hang out with you, or whatever the case may be. You're in your season, right? And this is when I say get uncomfortable, because it's hard saying no to mama, right? It's hard saying no to your kids. When I'm in my season of grinding time, my kids know you're on your own, And it may sound bad. It may sound like, damn, you're a bad mom. But we all go through seasons. And it's important for me to say no to things that are not going to take me to my goal that I'm working on for a little bit of time. Because if I take 100% of my focus and plow through everything that I have to go through, then I'll be over that hump and I'll make it one step further. If I don't make it to that goal. So kids, y'all on your own. Rob, husband, you're on your own. Mom, sisters, family, I can't hang out right now for a few months because I'm working on something. I'm working on changing my life. So these are some of the things that you have to think about and get uncomfortable with, or get comfortable with saying no. Because when you say yes to things all the time that is not helping you move towards your goals, then you're really saying no to things that you should be working on. So how do you know when you should say no, right? If you're working towards something, if you're working on, trying to learn how to make finance smoother, or if you're trying to work on your pricing list, or if you're trying to work on that business plan that you need to work on, and someone interrupts you, or, you get a phone call, or whatever the case may be, and they ask you to do something, and you say yes because you feel like it's the right thing to do, but you got that funny feeling in your gut, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I really need to be doing this, but they really need me. Then you probably should have said no. You know what I'm saying? So can y'all feel me on that? Like, do y'all ever get that moment where you're like, I got that funny feeling, like I really don't want to be doing this because I really need to stay here and like knock this out, right? And the next thing you know, you were a day behind, and then something happens the next day, and the next thing you know, you were a week behind and a month behind, and then like you're stuck still, baking in your home, not moving forward towards your bakery, and there you have it. And the next thing you know, it's a whole year all over again, guys. So listen, you have to start getting uncomfortable, or getting comfortable with saying the word no, right? So that's one thing I have mastered. I do not mind if it ain't making me money, if it's not getting me closer to my goal, whatever that may be at that time, then I say no. And they'll have to deal with it, right? Nicole's like, sweets, blessings. Like, yep, exactly. Like, cakish delights. Yes. So guys, get comfortable with saying no. Your family will understand. Trust me, especially if they know that you've been working on this for so long. They'll understand. They'll get over it. Like, life will go on, without you for a moment. So that's one of the things that I definitely do. And the second thing about creating your success habits, going back to that list. So once you figure out in that list what's not working and it's gone, you crossed it out, cool. Now what's on that list that works, that has been inching you towards your business, towards your goals, you're going to ramp that up. So no matter what that is, whatever that is that you do a day, you're going to ramp that up. The one thing that's productive about moving you towards your goals. So for instance, Start writing out your success habits. I always teach about your success habits. So the bad habits got to go. Starting with the morning, you got to start with your mindset, right? You got to start with your mindset because that sets the tone for your day. So in the morning, when about 4 years ago, I used to wake up at 6 o'clock. I used to get into the bakery about 7 o'clock, and I just boom, 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 like plowed through the day. But I never left myself time. Like by the time I got home from the bakery, it was kid time. It was time to teach them, to be with them, to cook dinner, to bathe them, and all that other stuff. But I never left time to really clear my head and gather my thoughts and set my intentions for the day and really write down my goals for the day so I can know exactly what my blueprint is for that day. Because Mama Michelle, yes, I get distracted with my own thoughts, girl, like all day. You know what I'm saying? But if you take time to get that stuff out of your head at some point during the day, and for me, it's easier in the morning. So that's when I started waking up at 3:30 a.m. Y'all may think that's crazy, and it was hard in the beginning, but it made me so much more focused, and it accelerated my goals because I got to wake up before everybody. I boil some tea, I put some ginger in it, and lime and all of that, and just whatever it is that wakes you up. If you're a coffee drinker, I'm not, but if you're a coffee drinker, drink that coffee. And I always wrote out my journal. I always wrote out what I'm grateful for, what I'm thankful for. And then after that, I always wrote out, okay, this is what I got to get done today. And I have to get it done today. And this is how I'm going to get it done today. And then I kind of mapped out the rest of my day early. So now I have intentions on everything I'm doing that day. And I can't get distracted because I know I have it written down already. It's not just in my head. I pulled it out of my head. So creating your morning ritual, your morning success habits is so key, guys. So if you have to wake up an hour earlier, an hour and a half earlier, then do so. Because trust me, believe, when you get those thoughts out of your head and get it written down on paper, now you're like laser focused on what you got to do that day. And then at night, your wind down time, right? So after you had your full day, if you come home, from your 9 to 5 job, and then you're working, you have the kids, if you have children or your husband or your spouse or whatever may have you, don't you cut that TV on, okay? Once you get them out the way, now it's time to get back to you and your goals. If you're baking, if you have orders, bam, get that done because you got to get that money, right? But after that, don't you turn that TV on. This is your time for you to wind down and reflect on what you did that day and figure out, okay, this is what worked. This is what got me more customers. This is what, I actually had enough time to work on my business plan. Bam, now I'm done that part. Now I can move to the next step. Now is the time to work on that pricing structure. That was the time to get focused on writing down that pricing. And so you can get that money right and get that profit right? Or whatever it is, whatever stage you're at in your business, that's the time to do it. And then open up a book, right? Educate yourself either on your craft or on your business or on your, your mentality or whatever it is. Educate yourself. Listen to a podcast. Watch YouTube, to get your skills better or whatever it is. Just take the time at night to wind down and listen to something that's going to elevate you and something for you to think about for the next day. So that's a little bit of what I do on a daily basis. And it may seem rigorous and it may seem very structured and it may seem like Jen don't have no life, but Jen has an amazing life because she learned how to do it. I'm talking to myself in third person. Rob says, you kind of loco when you do that, babe. But because she learned how to master, focus. You have to focus. Like you have to block out all the noise and so much around us. And it's so hard. And we want to be all things to all people. And guys, we just can't. You have to take care of yourself sometimes. Like you have to go into your seasons. And I'm not always going to be in a season. I'm not always in the season. You know what I'm saying? But when I'm in that grinding season and when I have it in my head that I'm trying to get it to the next level, and that ultimately takes my family to the next level, then they understand and they know it's mommy's time. Leave her alone, because she's in grinding season. So just take a little lesson from that, guys, and start today. Start writing down your habits today. Get rid of those bad habits. Start ramping up the things that are really moving you forward, and start becoming intentional with what you do every day. From the first time you wake up, know exactly what you're going to do, so that by the time you go to bed, you feel like you have a sense of accomplishment, okay? And y'all, let's go into this manifestation, right? So, sweet sugary, being focused on your tasks is the only way to reach those goals. Yes, thank you for sharing all that you do. You're very welcome. So, let's talk about manifesting. Has anybody tapped into the world of manifestation on here? Like, please tell me in the comments, yes or no, because I'm about to break it down for y'all just a little bit, because I can go on for hours about manifesting, and that is because it has totally changed my life. Mama Michelle, you know, we talked about manifestation, right? And we do that in our group, and it's completely amazing. But manifesting is basically speaking what you want and what you desire into existence, right? Aligning yourself with God and the earth and whatever spiritual higher being you know pray to. That is manifestation. So let me give you an example. What was it about? Maybe in the summertime, we wanted to move so bad. We were done with our neighborhood. We've been there for 16 years. We were busting out of our home, and it was just time to go, right? And we've talked about it for years on and off, but it's never really happened. So I decided to write down exactly what I wanted our house to look like. I literally wrote down how many bedrooms. I wrote down what I wanted to look like, how many acres, how much I wanted to spend in a monthly mortgage a month, you know, how many bathrooms, every single detail. And guys, when you're manifesting, you have to be so specific. Like, you just can't say, I want a nice house in a nice neighborhood. Like, that could be anything. And the world and the universe will give you that. But it may look and be totally different than what you're thinking about, because you weren't specific with the universe, right? So I was so specific. I had a time frame. I said, by the end of the year, I put down how much I wanted to pay, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how many acres. I wanted the amenities that I wanted, every single thing. And when I look back, sometimes I tear up, and I sent that list to my mom, and she gets freaked out by it. When I look at that list, and we ended up moving within 60 days of when I manifested. And we got everything on that list except for two things, even down to the amount that we pay per month. And what I did to manifest that was I wrote it down. I read it every morning. I read it every night. And I did what's called a 2-cup method, right? And if anybody has ever heard of the 2-cup method, that is when you get 2 cups and then you write down your current situation and you paste it to 1 cup. So on my current situation, it was everything that I didn't like about it, everything that I was tired of. It was like all of that bad energy. So you put on 1 cup, and then you write down what you desire on the 2nd cup. So that's and then be very specific, down to the color, down to the time, down to the amount, down to everything. And then you put that Post-it on the 2nd cup. So you fill up the 1st cup, and then you just close your eyes, and then you just talk about that bad energy, that place that you want to get out of. And then you pour that water that traps all of that energy into the 2nd cup, right? And then you sit and you close your eyes and you visualize yourself in that space, whatever you're manifesting. So I sat and I visualized myself in my home, sitting on the couch, looking out the window, overlooking. I'm all about I'm nature. I'm like all about natural resources. Like, if I could live outside, I would. So I would sit at that cup, and I'm just visualizing my pool and my kids playing outside in their big backyard. I'm just visualizing everything, right? And then so I'm talking about it as if I'm already there, and let all of your emotions come out. Let everything, tears, everything went flying, right? Because I really felt like I was in this home. I really felt like I was there. And then you trap all of that positive energy in that water, and then you drank it. And then you just let it go. You let it go into the universe, and just say it's done. It is already done. And damn it, if it did come true. And I literally got the house that I wanted at the price that I wanted, at the monthly payment. It was $22 over. And I said on there, the two things that I didn't get was a pool. I didn't get the pool. And I said I wanted 1 to 2 acres. God gave me 6.5 acres, so I can buy 3 pools. Okay, I can put 3 pools, all right, on my property. So the point is, guys, start tapping into manifestation. So now I am manifesting where I want my brand, where I want my business to go this year, right? And so far, I've done the same process every single morning, guys. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, whatever it is that you desire in life, you're going to want to write it down and be ultra intentional. So if you want that bakery this year so bad and you've been working on it for so long, then you're going to write down what you want that bakery to look like, what you want that front to look like, that back to look like, how many employees are in there, what you're doing in there, what you're baking, what you're selling, the colors on the damn wall, what are you looking at when you look outside, everything. Okay. And you're going to write that down and you're going to say that and visualize that every single night and day and all throughout the day. And you're going to say those things every day and you're just going to see yourself there as if you already have it. And you're going to thank God for it because you already have it. It's already done. And then even if you know the neighborhood you want to be in, if you know, where you want that bakery to be, what market, then you're going to drive there. If you have a building already spotted, like some of y'all already know, like this is my building, like it's for lease, it's going to be mine. Drive by that building every single day if you can. Look at it and stand in front of it and walk up to it and act like you got the keys already and go and I'm telling you, it may sound crazy, but that is literally what we did. We drove neighborhoods and we acted like we were already in a neighborhood. I visualized my children, already playing in the neighborhood and making friends in the neighborhood. So these are some of the things, guys. It might be new and it might sound weird to you because I promise you, it sounded weird to me too when I first learned about it. But now that I tapped into it and I know how real and powerful that your mind is, like our mind is so powerful. If we can manifest negative things in our lives, if we can constantly say I'm broke and stay broke, if we can constantly say bad things happen to me all the time, it'll never happen to me. I always see other people and you stay in that situation, you can flip that around. You can flip that around and say, I am a boss. I run my own life. I run my own business. I'm able to take my children out of school. I'm able to be with my children every day. I'm able to, bake cakes and design cakes and make cupcakes all day and make good money. I'm able to make a living from it. I'm able to work what I want to work every single day. Nobody else is telling me what to do in my life. I don't have to punch a time clock, whatever it is, y'all. Put that down and say it and tell the universe when you want it. I promise you it'll happen as long as you make the steps up, y'all. So let me know in the comments if y'all want to know more about manifesting, and because I think I'm going to create something about it. I'm going to create a little blueprint or whatever. So let me know in the comments if y'all want something like that, because we got to get our manifestation going in 2021 so we can truly start living the life that we deserve. Y'all deserve it. You have been working. Mama Michelle, yes! I will. I am on it. So I am going to write that down on my list. I am on it. For those of you who are on here that may be in our course, the Start Small Win Big Academy, if you are on my training class and you know that I am updating that, our course, and that is one of the biggest things that I'm updating in the very beginning is manifestation. So yes, definitely. All right. So now I got to do it because I put that out there, but I'm so excited to teach all of y'all that, because that is just a tool that I've learned that really transformed our life. I can give you so many scenarios, but that was just the biggest thing. And I'm working on the next thing. But guys, one more thing I want to leave you with is getting uncomfortable. I'm about to repost the video that I put out there. You have to get so uncomfortable with the shit that you do every day, because there's no growth in the comfort zone. Sometimes when things get tough, we revert back to just the daily runarounds. Like, it's so easy for us, especially as Black women, to just like carry so much on our shoulders and just go and just keep climbing that, climbing that mountain and climbing that mountain. It's so easy for us to, get the children going, get our spouses going, keep the household running, work our side hustle, go to work and make that money, from 9 to 5, and just keep doing that year after year after year. And that's just what we're comfortable doing, unfortunately. But the moment that you do something to make a change, you got to do something to make a change, and you got to do something that's going to make you so uncomfortable. And then once you get to that place, like, you'll literally go over the mountain and you'll literally be on the next level. So just make sure that y'all work on things that make you uncomfortable. Like, say something out loud that you're ready to accomplish, or that you want to be, or where you want to go. And it may even scare you to say it out loud. Like, I said something when, before we moved to our new bakery. No matter of fact, we didn't even leave out the house yet. We were still baking in our home. And I said to myself in the mirror, and this was a decade ago, and I still remember, I'm going to be my own boss. I'm going to quit my 9 to 5. That scared me. Like, that really scared me. It's one thing to dream. You can dream the biggest thing, but when you say it out loud, it's kind of becoming real. And that scared me when I said that, because it scared me because I don't see that in my circle. I didn't see that back then. I didn't hang out with I didn't hang out with any business owners. There are no business owners in my family. My friends weren't business owners. That was just something that I saw on TV or heard on the radio. So when I actually said that out loud, it scared me because it kind of seemed impossible, but it wasn't. Anything is possible, y'all. So it starts off with saying it. Yes, Mama Michelle, like, absolutely no growth on the comfort zone. True that. So anything is possible. And it starts off with saying it, speaking it into existence, and then writing it down so you can know exactly where you need to go and what you need to do. And listen, bakers out there, if you really want that blueprint, if you really need that roadmap, and you really want to accelerate yourself into your new bakery or accelerate your baking business, if y'all don't have it, get over there into the link in my bio and get my Baker's Edition ebook. So that's the second edition. The first edition was Think Like a CEO, and that's to help anybody in any business give you guys the blueprint to accelerate from your side hustle to your full-time business. But for bakers out there, if y'all really want to accelerate yourselves in your baking business into that bakery, get that Baking Edition ebook. Anybody on here who got it, let them know, y'all, it's like the real deal, okay? I held nothing back in there. So I literally set the stage for y'all. If y'all want to get intentional and y'all want to get uncomfortable and serious and need something proven to do, get that ebook. Get the link. It's in the link in our bio. Mom Michelle, once you get to that place of being uncomfortable, only look back when you're retelling. That's right. That is so true. You have to see, the journey is your story. Hey, Benicia, what's up, girl? The journey is your story. So you definitely have to recount that story. That's when you do want to look back, because then in you telling your story, you're helping other people on their journey, right? So I always say that I want to be like a sandwich, in between a sandwich. I want to be in the middle of people that are where I want to be, and I want to get all that I can out of them. I want to listen to them, follow them, walk in their footsteps, just dissect their life and what they're doing so I can get there too. But then I also want to be the person that is reaching down behind, in the back of me and pulling people up to where I am. You know what I'm saying? So telling your story and telling your journey, and I always like to be transparent because we're human and we're all human. You know what I'm saying? So none of us is going to be perfect, but if you can learn from some mistakes or from my story, then my job is done, right? Hey, Jen, celebrating my birthday today out in Tennessee before we go back to work. Well, that's right. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Benicia. Benicia was in our first cohort in the Start Small Win Big Academy, and she is one of the graduates. I don't really want to say graduate because she's still there. Like, you know, that is a lifetime access course, but she definitely graduated. She came to us when she was a home baker, and she now has her bakery in North Carolina. Benicia, you you know I'd always forget where in North Carolina. So drop where your bakery is to let people know, just in case there's people on here that is in North Carolina and they can come and visit you and see what you're all about. So happy birthday, honey. Just celebrate it up because you deserve it. You worked so hard last year, and I saw that with my own eyes. So Benicia is just a testament to what we do and how we help people in the Start Small Win Big Academy. And I always say, I can give you everything, but nothing will work unless you work. And she worked. And now she's celebrating her birthday as a full-time business owner. So, happy birthday, honey. Crown Me 7-Eleven. Buy the ebook. Yes, you loved it. Thank you so much for that testimony this morning. I saw that too. That was amazing. So I'll definitely be reposting that. But yes, so I am going to be having another live training class very soon. So keep watch on that. If you missed the last one, definitely make sure you want to be on the next one. And I plan on doing that every single week after January. So, and I have my own little uncomfortable announcement that I am about to make. It's scaring me just talking about it, and I'm probably about to tear up real quick, but I am going to be sharing that within the next week or two with you guys. But there is something that I have to do to take my brand and my family to the next level, and it's scaring the shit out of me, and it's very uncomfortable, but that's a necessary step because I walk it how I talk it, y'all. Walk it how I talk it. So thank you so much for taking some time out and listening to me this morning or this afternoon. Michelle, I got your first book and I reactivated my why yes last week of 2020. Thank you for adding value to my life via your experience that you shared in your book. You're very welcome. And I can't wait to connect with y'all again. I miss you guys. So y'all have a wonderful weekend and look out for my announcement that I will be making very soon. And look out for my announcement on when my next live is going to be. It's free. So make sure y'all sign up if you haven't signed up before. And if you're looking, bakers, if you're looking for that proven roadmap, now hop off of this live because I'm about to hop off. Go to my link in my bio and get the Think Like a CEO Bakers Edition. It's fire. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.